Ever feel like there's this massive gap between a really great business idea and, what actually gets
I've
delivered? You're
definitely.
not alone if you do. We're seeing expectations just keep climbing, but honestly, delivery targets, they get
Yeah.
missed way too often.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, it really boils down to this friction that's been around forever. The business side setting the vision and the implementation teams, well, trying to make it happen.
It's a really critical fault line, that separation. And it's not just about schedule slipping. It hits innovation, how happy customers are,
Right.
and fundamentally, whether a company can even keep up with the competition.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We've got this really interesting video presentation we're drawing from. We want to look at where this divide started, the damage it does, and crucially, how AI might change things.
Exactly. Is AI going to be the thing that finally bridges that gap? Maybe building on what Agile started for product and service development?
Could it actually make the silos worse? That's the worry.
It is. So the mission today is figuring that out. And, what steps can we actually take now to make sure AI brings people together and not pushes them further apart?
Okay, let's start at the beginning then. Where did this whole business versus implementation thing even come from?
Well, it's fascinating if you look back at the dot-com boom.
Ah, okay.
That whole period with its super fast product and service innovation, it really showed the cracks in traditional waterfall project management.
Right, waterfall. Good for predictable projects, maybe.
Exactly. Perfect if you know exactly what you're building step by step.
Yeah.
But for the kind of speed, the ambiguity, the constant change you saw with digital products and services then, it just wasn't built for that kind of product management.
So you had these like brilliant, fast-moving business ideas kind of slamming into this very linear, rigid way of building things.
Totally, like trying to redesign a car while it's already halfway down the assembly line using blueprints from 6 months ago.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
It was. And that pain, that frustration of seeing huge business potential just sort of choked because implementation couldn't keep up or wasn't aligned, that was a huge reason Agile emerged for managing product and service development.
Okay.
The whole point of Agile, fundamentally, was to break down those walls, get the business thinkers and the tech implementers actually talking, collaborating constantly.
So Agile was meant to be the solution, at least for product and service development.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're still talking about this divide, so clearly it didn't solve everything.
No, it didn't vanish completely. There are still these deep-rooted differences in perspective.
Like what? How do they see each other?
Well, often it kind of boils down to this. The business teams see themselves as the ones bringing in the money, driving the growth.
The revenue generators.
Right. And unfortunately, that can sometimes lead to viewing the implementation side as, well, just a cost, something to be managed, controlled.
Ouch. And how does that land with the implementation folks?
Well, from their side, the feeling is often, being swamped with demands that keep changing, facing totally unrealistic deadlines,
Uh-huh.
and just feeling undervalued, disconnected from the actual business goals they're supposed to be supporting. It creates misalignment, mistrust. It's just really inefficient.
And we're talking bigger consequences than just projects running late.
Oh, absolutely. It hits your ability to actually understand what customers need because the message gets lost in translation between business and tech.
Yeah.
And if you can't meet customer needs effectively today in this market, you're giving your competitors a massive advantage. Someone else, more joined up, will eat your lunch.
Okay, let's make this really concrete.
Yeah,
Can you sort of paint a picture? Give us an example of this disconnect in action.
sure. Imagine a company, right? They decide to invest, say, $2 million in a new customer portal. Big project. But the business priorities keep shifting. What the customer needs seems to evolve, but there's no shared vision on that evolution. So the implementation teams are just constantly playing catch-up, changing direction.
Sounds chaotic.
It is. Fast forward 18 months, the portal launches, but it's way over budget. It's missing features everyone thought were essential, and it's full of bugs needing expensive fixes.
Oh, dear.
And the real kicker isn't just the wasted money, though that's bad enough. It's that lack of shared vision, the constant change. It doomed the project from the start. And think about the opportunity cost. While they were struggling, competitors launched their own portals, maybe better ones, and started pulling customers away.
Right. That's the real damage. So, okay, the problem's clear. This divide is costly. Now, the video we're looking at says AI is kind of a double-edged sword here. How?
Well, alignment becomes even more critical with AI. AI systems, They really thrive when they have super clear business goals and when the technical build works perfectly with those goals.
Makes sense. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
Kind of, yeah. If those silos between business and tech persist when you bring in AI, you get big problems. You waste resources building AI that doesn't actually help the business strategy.
Okay.
Your AI models might be incomplete, or worse, biased, because they're only trained on data from one part of the business, not the whole picture. Think training an AI on just your richest customers, it won't understand everyone else.
That could lead to some really bad outcomes.
Potentially unethical ones, even if the AI isn't guided by a unified understanding of the business values and customer needs. AI really forces the issue you need to act like one single focused organization.
So wait, even though AI has all this potential, it could actually make the silos worse if we're not careful.
It absolutely could. Imagine business teams grabbing shiny new AI tools without talking to tech. You end up with systems that don't talk to each other. Wasted effort.
Yeah.
Those data silos we already have, they just feed bad data into the AI, leading to flawed results. And if everyone's just focused on getting the cool new AI tool without a real strategy for how it fits in and how teams will work together, we're basically just repeating the mistake some companies made when they tried to adopt Agile for product management without really changing how they worked. Tool over transformation.
Okay. But the video also talks about the flip side, right? The exciting potential for AI to actually be the bridge. How does that work?
One really interesting idea is what's called prompt-driven collaboration.
Prompt-driven, like talking to the AI.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine business analysts and developers sitting together, maybe even using natural language prompts in an AI platform to define what's needed, try out designs, maybe even generate bits of code. It forces that shared understanding right from the start. You know, the Agile Manifesto talks about business people and developers working together daily on products and services.
Right, that core principle.
Well, reality often falls short of that ideal, let's be honest. AI, especially with these natural language interfaces, could make that daily collaboration much more practical. Business folks could interact directly with the tools alongside developers. It levels the playing field a bit.
That does sound way more integrated than just, throwing requirements over the wall.
Exactly. Less throwing it over the wall, more co-creation.
What else? How else can AI help bridge this gap?
Well, AI can automate a lot of the more routine, tedious coding tasks. That frees up developers to think bigger picture, focus on real innovation.
And the business teams?
They might be able to use AI tools directly to do more high-value analysis or even create simple capabilities themselves, guided by the tech teams, of course. Plus, AI is brilliant at creating real-time feedback loops.
Transparency.
Yeah.
Like Agile aims for.
Precisely.
Okay.
Getting immediate insights across teams, building on those Agile lessons, and a huge one, data. AI can make it so much easier to surface the right data, present it clearly, so teams aren't arguing about whose spreadsheet is right.
Yeah, the single source of truth problem.
Exactly. The AI can help cut through that, letting teams focus on understanding the shared data together.
Okay, technologically, this sounds really powerful. But the video we're referencing, it keeps coming back to this point. The tech isn't enough. You need a culture change.
Absolutely critical. It's like having a fantastic work management system, but then locking down all the permissions so nobody can see anything outside their own little silo.
Right, the tool is there, but the mindset isn't.
Precisely. We need people to start thinking holistically. How does my work connect to delivering this product or service to the actual customer, not just how does my department hit its targets?
Moving beyond just departmental thinking.
Yes. Without that cultural shift, adopting AI just becomes, well, another failed transformation. Like some agile implementations that didn't stick because the underlying culture didn't change. If AI is just seen as another tool set to bolt on, it probably won't deliver its potential.
So how do we actually do that? How do we make this cultural shift happen and combine the best of Agile for product service management with what AI offers?
The big opportunity is to really weave them together. Take those agile foundations, the cross-functional teams, the feedback loops, that relentless customer focus for products and services, and power them with a clear, shared AI vision. It becomes a catalyst for both technical and cultural change.
And long term, what does that look like?
The video suggests we could see a real merging of roles. Business and implementation skills becoming more integrated, maybe facilitated by AI tools, people getting upskilled, bringing new perspectives.
Interesting.
Imagine business strategists using AI insights directly to shape direction, while the tech teams are focused on orchestrating and optimizing the AI itself, making sure it aligns perfectly with those business goals.
So AI is the bridge.
And the collaborative culture is what makes that bridge strong and lasting. It really resonates with ideas like the teal organization concept,
Mm.
more fluid roles, leveraging skills wherever they're needed, focused on a shared purpose, not rigid
Okay,
hierarchies.
that's the vision. Very compelling.
Mhm.
But let's get practical. What can organizations do, like right now? First steps.
Immediate priority. Get business and tech talking openly to hammer out an actual AI automation and robotics policy.
Why is that so crucial?
It gets everyone on the same page about expectations, grounds the discussion in real business value, not just AI hype, avoids misunderstandings down the line.
Good point. Yeah. What else?
Run some cross-functional discovery workshops. Just get people from different sides in a room to tackle a small problem together. It starts breaking down those barriers, building empathy.
And how do you know if it's working? Early signs.
You'll feel it. Less friction day to day. You'll see teams starting to collaborate voluntarily, not because they're forced to. People actually understanding each other's challenges and opportunities better.
Okay, that's immediate. What about the medium term, say next year or two?
That's when you start looking seriously at redefining roles, encouraging that blend of business and tech skills, maybe moving towards that more fluid teal idea. Use the capability where it's needed.
And training.
Definitely. Train business analysts and developers together on how to co-create using these prompt-driven AI tools. Build those shared skills. And keep embedding feedback loops and transparency everywhere. Build that trust muscle.
Progress indicators then.
You'd start seeing business teams genuinely creating useful things with AI tools, maybe with tech support. And crucially, tech teams proactively suggesting new business ideas based on what they see AI making possible.
Okay, looking even further out now, the long game.
The long game is really that deep cultural shift, changing incentives, reward shared outcomes, company success, not just siloed departmental wins.
That's a big one. Requires leadership buy-in.
Absolutely critical. Leaders have to walk the talk.
Yeah.
Model that collaborative, agile-first behavior. That was a huge failing in many past agile transformations. Leadership wasn't truly involved.
Right.
Team structures themselves might need to evolve to reflect these merged roles, really embedding that teal mindset.
And success looks like.
Success looks like seamless flow. Business ideas move smoothly into technical execution and back again. Cross-functional team is just formed naturally around opportunities and decisions. They're always driven by that shared focus on the customer.
Now, the video also flagged some potential pitfalls, things to watch out for as we bring in AI. What were the main warnings?
Yeah, definitely things to avoid. Number one, don't just throw AI tools at the problem without fixing the underlying culture. That's just repeating the agile mistakes.
Got it. Tool focus bad, culture focus good.
Right. Also, don't implement AI without that clear alignment, those shared business goals we talked about. It's pointless or even harmful. Keep expectations realistic, focus on business value, not the hype.
Makes sense. Any others?
Don't accidentally create new silos by letting each department buy its own incompatible AI tools. That defeats the whole purpose.
Right, correct.
And fundamentally, just don't treat AI as another piece of tech you buy off the shelf. It needs that mindset shift across the whole organization to truly work.
So wrapping this up, the core message really seems to be this historical split between business and implementation, especially for products and services. It's been holding us back. Agile started to fix it. AI could finish the job.
But only if we're really deliberate about it. It demands that collaboration, building on Agile's ideas.
Precisely. The video really emphasizes that the old way just isn't sustainable, especially now with AI accelerating everything. Agile laid that groundwork for collaboration and product evolution, and AI can supercharge it, but yeah, only if the culture is right.
That partnership, that shared ownership, it's non-negotiable.
So as you're listening to this, maybe take a second. Think about your own organization. Are your business and implementation teams genuinely working together towards the same goals? Or can you still feel that old divide?
Yeah, take stock of those silos. Are teams aligned, or are they maybe even pitted against each other sometimes?
And the big question, looking forward, are you consciously building the culture that will let AI amplify collaboration instead of just creating more division?
Because bridging that gap isn't just about efficiency, it's about unlocking the real power of AI and creating workplaces where strategy and execution are truly one.
Absolutely. And if you want to explore these ideas in more detail, definitely check out the source video presentation. Click on the thumbnails or the links you'll find in the description.